Let's wait for Zanab, right? Because she is also having her exam and statistics. I want to start. Just 2 minutes more. Okay, let's start, right? So I'm starting with the chapter number statistics. So that's your chapter number 14 of NCRT, right? Please unmute your mic, both of you. Zeba, Jaslyn. Yes, okay. Let us start with the statistics, okay? Now, what is the meaning of statistics, first of all? Can somebody tell me what you understand by statistics? See, you must have heard the term data, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is data? Can you tell me?
Ma'am, the information given about something.
Yes, okay. So that is data, right? So when you collect some data, that means, collecting the data, then presenting it in some form. So presenting, then you are analyzing it, right? That how does it look like? Analyzing and then interpreting that what is the meaning of this data, like you are concluding some meaning from it, right? So all this process, uh, I mean, you can say the statistics is basically the collecting, presenting, analyzing and interpreting data. Understand?
Yes.
Or you can call it the science of, collecting, presenting, analyzing, interpreting data. That is statistics. Of numerical data, you can say, because data can be in many form, but here we deal with the numerical data. Okay, right. So data is of two types. First of all, one is called primary data and secondary data, right? Primary is, for example, you are collecting the data yourself. Understand? So if I talk of data, so basically you have two types of data. One is called primary data and then secondary data. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So primary data means which you are collecting yourself. For example, you are doing a let's say a health survey, so you are going from home to home and asking people, right? So that will be primary data and you are collecting some information. Then secondary data means you are visiting some office, for example the health department office, and then you are obtaining some list from there. So this is from secondary source. This is called secondary data. Anyway, it's not a part of exam, but just to make you understand. So the next section deals with presentation of data. Now, how to present data. For example, you have collected the data. Now you are presenting it in front of somebody. So there are various ways of presenting it. Understand? Okay. So one way is called raw data, right? Raw data. For example, uh, marks obtained by 30 students of the class, right? For example, in a classroom, there are 30 students, right? And you are visiting every desk and you are asking how many marks you got, or you are just, randomly checking their copies and marking how many and noting down how many marks they got. So for example, this is the data you get. Now, first exam student is getting 39 marks, right? Then you have 25, then you have 5, 33, 19, then 21, then 12, right? 41, and then 12, 21, 19, 1. Then you have, I'm writing here, 10, 8, 12, right? 17, 19, 17, 17, 41, then 40, 12, 41, 33, 19, 21, 33, 5, 1, and 21. So this way you got your data, right? You are visiting every desk and then you are asking their marks, how many marks do they get? And this is the list you obtained in the end. Understand? So this will be in the form of raw data, right? This type of data is called raw data because there is no arrangement. It is neither in ascending form nor in descending form. Uh, there is no special categorization, just raw data it is. Understand what is raw data?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in case of raw data, you can at least find one thing which is called range of data, right? What is the range of this data? So range means highest value. You have to note it down, and minus lowest value. So that is, so can you just tell me what is the highest marks obtained in this data in front of you? Yes, what is the maximum marks you can see here? I think 41, right? 41 is the highest marks I can see here. So highest marks 41 minus lowest marks. So 1 I can see, right? Some student has got only 1 mark. So minus 1, which is equal to 40. That means the range of this data is 40. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have learned so far about raw data. Then what is the range of data? Okay. Now, obviously, this data looks very scattered. In the first look, you cannot interpret anything. So we try to arrange this data in some form, right? So if I arrange this data, for example, in ascending or descending order. So I arrange the marks in ascending or descending order. So in this form, if I arrange it, so it will be called as arrayed data, right? See, statistics is there in every class now, in class 9th, in class 10th, 11th, 12th. So you should be familiar with these terms. So that is why I'm just mentioning all the terms, like what is range, right? somewhere it is written arrayed data. What is the meaning of arrayed data? That means it is arranged according to ascending or descending order. Is that okay? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Now there is a next process. Okay, so I can put some numbers. So we have learned about what is raw data. Second, what is, range of data. Third thing, we have learned what is arrayed data, right? Now, fourth thing we are learning here is frequency distribution table. So we can arrange this data in the form of a table also. Now, how we can do it? Mm, just 1 minute. I think. Just 1 minute. Yeah, actually, otherwise I'll have to write it again. I'm just trying to. Mm, anyway, no problem here. Have you noted that data in your copy? Yes, Zeba and Jesslyn. See, I need these numbers at least in front of me. Yes, Jesslyn.
Ma'am, I'll write it down.
Yeah, please note these numbers because I'm going to use this data, right? Without this, you cannot do anything.
Okay, ma'am. 'Yes, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, just 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm just trying to insert one picture here. Yeah, now can you see the data in front of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Right. So these are the marks obtained by 30 students. Yeah, there's a correction here. Uh, Not just ascending or descending order, right? It can be in alphabetical order also, right? Basically, you're arranging it in some manner, right? Either ascending or descending or alphabetical order or serial order, for example, according to roll number. So according to something you are arranging it. So such of data will call be arrayed data. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now there's another way of arranging which is called frequency distribution table. Now, first of all, you have to identify marks here. Mm, So you write, like you have to make a table. There will be 3 columns. First of all, you mention your marks here, right? And then we make tally marks. So I'll tell you what are tally marks. And then number of students, right? Now the first smallest number I can see here is 1, right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so first is 1, right? Okay, and the next number which I can see here is okay, telemarks means now 1. How many students are getting 1? So if you go like this, so there's 1 here. So you put 1 bar, right? And then you go here, then you can see another one. So you put 1 more bar. So these are called telemarks. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now the next highest number is 2 is not there, 3 is not there, 4. I think 4 is not there, and 5. I can see a 5, right? Okay, so 1 5 is here as I can see. So 1 telemark, and then I think one more 5 is there, right? So one more telemark. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this one is done. And now the next is 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 is there, right? So next is 8. And there's one 8 here. So one bar only. Okay, next I can see a 10, right? So 10. So you start from here. So there's 110. So you put 1 bar. Then you move. And yeah, that's it. Okay, next number 11 is not there. I can see a 12. So 12. Now start from here. So first 12 is this. Put 1 tally mark. Then second 12, second tally mark. And then third 12. So one more tally mark. And then another 12, one more tally mark. And that's it, right? 13 is not there. I can see 14 is not there. 15. Sorry. Next, I can see 17, right? So you start from here. There's 117. Put 1 tally mark. Another 17. So one more tally mark. Another 17. One more tally mark. Yeah. See, you have to make this table along with me. Otherwise, you'll forget everything. Okay. Please keep on writing, all of you. Zeba, Jaslyn.
Yes, ma'am.
Please make this table because there are little things to remember which you have to note it down.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the next table, if you can see here, is yeah, 17. Now next, I think I can see 119. 19 marks. So there's 119. So one tally mark. Another 19. Second tally mark. then one more 19, so one more telemark, then another 19, one more telemark, right? Okay. Next 20, I cannot see. 21 is there, right? 21. So 21, that means 121 is here. So one telemark, another 21, one more telemark, and then, yeah, one more 21, so one more telemark, and then another 21, one more telemark. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the next number is, I think, 22 is not here, 23 is not here. 25 I can see, right? So what is the telemark? How many telemarks? Can you tell me?
1.
Okay. Now the next number, now you see in your copy, right? It's not visible on the screen. So next is, I think I can see 33 as the next highest number. How many telemarks? Please tell me.
3.
3, okay. Next number I can see is 39. How many?
1.
1, okay. Next 40. How many?
1.
Okay. Next is 41. Then how many?
2.
2. 2 or 3?
3.
3, right. So you have done telemarks, right? So telemarks means now you have to count. So 2, that means 2 students have got 1 mark. Understand? And that way you will write. So this is 2. So that means another 2 students got 5 marks. Then only 1 student has got 8 marks, right? And then 1. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 telemarks. Then 3 telemark, 4. Then again 4, right? Then you have 1. Then you have 3. And then you have 1, then you have 1, then you have 3. So the meaning is that 3 students have got 41 marks. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now please add all these numbers. Tell me what you get here.
Ma'am, the answer is 30.
30. Okay. Yeah, that is right. You should get 30, right? In case you are not getting 30, that means you have made some mistake, because these are the marks obtained by 30 students of the class, right? So obviously the number of students should add up to 30. Is that clear, Jaslyn?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is known as a frequency distribution table. Frequency means like number of times something is happening. Okay. So frequency, number of students is basically is called the frequency here. This is known as frequency. That how many times it is happening. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So 2 students are getting 1 mark, then 2 students are getting 5 marks, like this. So this is the frequency of students. Understand? So this arrangement of data is called frequency distribution table. Now still it is very, tedious job, because here you have only 30 numbers. Now for example, you have 1000 numbers. Isn't it very difficult to arrange like this?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you have to search through the data, and not even 1000. You might be dealing with very higher number, even 10,000s or something higher than that. So it's very difficult. So we can further condense it. Okay. So there's a further way of condensing it, which is known as grouped distribution. So you can like mention here itself. So frequency distribution table, right? So this type of arrangement which we have done here is called discrete or ungrouped, right? Ungrouped frequency distribution. Is that clear? Because
Yes, ma'am.
we are not forming any groups here. So it is ungrouped frequency distribution. So this type of table, if you see somewhere, it is called a discrete distribution or an ungrouped frequency distribution. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And here you can also see one thing, it's not continuous. Like after 1, the next number is 5. Then the next number is 8. So there's no continuity in the data, isn't it? So that is why it's called
Yes,
discrete, right? It's broken data. Is that clear, Jaslyn?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So first of all, it's not continuous. So that is why it is called discrete. And secondly, you cannot see any groups here. So it is called ungrouped frequency distribution. I hope it's clear. The meaning of
Yes, ma'am.
discrete. Yeah. So
yes,
in the bracket, you can write if you don't like in case you forget. So not continuous. That is the meaning of discrete here. So it's not a continuous distribution. So let us move now to grouped or continuous distribution. So the opposite of discrete is now continuous. Sorry, I have written a wrong spelling. Just 1 minute. So second, I can put what number I can put here? Fourth thing, okay, fifth. So fifth topic, as you can say in this chapter, will be conti and UOUS. Continuous, right? Or grouped frequency distribution. See, if you understand this chapter here, it will help you in class 10th also, because the same things you will repeat there. And these are little things, so pay attention here, okay? Now, if I take the same data, let's say I'm taking, let me just insert it again. So I'm not taking a different data. Let's deal with the same data, right? So here is the data in front of you. So this time I want to make some groups. I want to arrange this data in some groups. So again, I make a table. So here I'll write marks, right? And then tally bars or tally marks, tally bars, you can call it, no problem. And obviously number of students, which is also called as frequency, right? Okay, so same table, but instead of discrete marks, now I'll take continuous marks. Okay, so I'll make some intervals. So let me take some intervals, like first interval is 0 to 10. So I'll see within this interval how many students are falling. Is that okay? The next I take 10 to 20, right? Because the range of this data is how much? 40. Is that clear? No, sorry.
yes,
What was the range? 40 was the range of this data. Yeah. Anyway, range you don't require here, but the highest marks is 41, right? So if I take like this, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, then I take 20 to 30, and then I take 30 to 40, and then I have to take 40 to 50 also, because the highest marks is 41, right? This way I can make groups.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Mm. So now you start. Now there's one important thing here is, now you can see a 10 here. First of all, this is very, very important. Now pay attention. You can see a 10 here also. You can see a 10 here also, right? Now, for example, a student is getting 10 marks. So there's a student here which is getting 10 marks. Now, where will you put it? In first row or in second row? So there's a confusion, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay. Mm, Now, first of all, you can note down here this. This group is called a class. This is one class. 0 to 10 is one class. 10 to 20 is another class. So we have divided the groups into classes. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You can write somewhere in the side that these groups are called class. This is important. So what is the meaning of class? So class is a like a standard term in statistics. Are classes or class. Okay. These are stars. You have to write it below the table. I'm writing it here itself. Then I'll rub it. Or I can write here. Then I don't have to rub it. So first of all, these groups, for example, this 0 to 10, right, are called classes. So classes you have to make in a box. This is a standard term which you have to remember, right? Second important thing here is the class 0 to 10 means, what does it mean? It means the marks obtained between 0 and 10, right? Right? But including 0 and excluding 10. Please, this is very important. Please underline including 0 and excluding 10. Please write it down, then I'll explain. Yeah, written?
Yes, ma'am.
That means if a student is getting 10 marks, right? So you have, like in this interval 0 to 10, you have to include 0, but you will not include 10, right? So only the lower limit is included, but the upper limit of this class is excluded. That means if a student is getting 10 marks, it will be entered here in the second row. Is that clear?
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Hmm. Or in other words also, please write it down. Or you can say that lower limit is included, right? And upper limit is excluded, right? Yes, Zainab, can you hear me? Yeah, have you written?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these are like important things in the group distribution table. Now let us make the table. So I think I can erase it from here now. So now you know where to put 10, right? Okay.
Yes.
Let us come back to the data. Now 0 to 10, right? That means you have to take marks up to 9 only. Is that clear? So,
Yes, ma'am.
so you start like start seeing from this, you just scroll through it. So there's a 5. So you can cut the 5 and put a tally bar like this. This is the way of doing it. Okay. Then next, you just keep on moving, then cut this one and put a tally bar here. Is that okay? Then next, so 10 you will not count here. Okay. Next will be 8. So put a tally bar, cut the 8, put a tally bar. Now next will be again this 5. So cut the 5 and put a tally bar, right? So how many? 4 bars are there. Okay. Am I missing out something? Please just scroll again. So 5, okay, 5, 1 bar. Then 9, 1 bar. Okay, 8, third bar. And then 40, 12, 5, 1. Yeah, I think I'm right? Fifth.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and the next is 1. So cut this one. Now the 5th bar we don't put here, we just put it like this. So this group will be like immediately counted as 5. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Okay. Now next, 10 to 20. So 10 to 20, now you start from here. So 12. So you just cut this 12 and put a tally bar. Right. Then next is again 12. Then put a tally bar. Next is 10. So now 10 will be counted. Okay. So cut this 10 and put a tally bar. So next again 12, put a tally bar. Then next is again 12. Now this 5th one will come like this. Okay. Okay. Next. Yeah, that's it. Now next 20 to 30. That means you don't have to count 30 here. Now start from here. So 25. Cut 25, put a tally bar. Now next, oh, I think I missed out this 19 here in 10 to 20. So there's,
And ma'am, 17 also.
yeah, so 19, that means one more tally bar will come. Okay, and yeah, one more 19 is there, right? Right. So one more tally bar will come. Yeah, there's, oh, I missed so many. Sorry, 319, then another 4th one, then another 17. So it will come like this. And there's one more 17. Okay, so another tally bar, another 19, another tally bar. I hope it's right now. Can you just check through your data? How many tally bars you are getting?
Five.
No, this 10 to 20. Is this right? 10 to 20?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Now 20 to 30. Okay. So the first is 20 to 30 means 21, right? So there's a 1 tally bar. Oh, first was 25. Now next is 21. So second tally bar. And then another 21. So 3. And then 40, 41, 33. Yeah, another 21. So that is 4. And another 21. So 5. Yeah. Okay. Now 30 to 40. So this 39. So 1. 33. Another one. Then 41 is here. 41, 40. So 40 is not counted here. Okay. 33. Another one. Then 33. So another one. Yeah, that's it. Now 40 to 50. Yeah, so this 41, 1 daily bar. And then this 41, another daily bar. Then 40 is will be counted here. So another daily bar. 41. And yeah, that's it. So now if I count them, so this is straightforward. This group you can write 5, right? Now this is counted like 5 plus 5, 10 and 2, 12. Like this you have to count it. then this is again 5, now this is 4, and this is 4. So if you add, you should get 30, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So how you got, so 5 and 5 10, and 12 is 22, 22 and 8 is 30. All right, so this is right. So you know how to make a frequency distribution table now, grouped frequency distribution table. Is that clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Zainab, can you hear me? Zainab, please unmute yourself. Yes, Zainab, can you hear me? Okay, if you can hear me, then you can ask. Okay, you have missed out something. At least I'll give you the screenshots. So I hope you have understood the frequency distribution table now. We can move to exercise, right? Okay, just 1 minute. I think there's one more thing I want to tell you. Just 1 minute. Yeah, I think I should discuss this also, which is important. Sometimes you can see the data in this form. So try to understand it like this. So this grouped frequency distribution, uh, basically it is of two types. So the terms are not important, just try to understand, right? So there is an exclusive method and then there is an inclusive method. Now what does it mean? Can you hear me, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You can hear.
Now exclusive method is this, like which we have just seen. uh, for example, the class interval 0 to 10, right? So in the exclusive method, what happens is the upper limit is excluded. Understand? That is why it is called exclusive method. So upper limit of the class is excluded. Understand? That means in 0 to 10, we don't count 10. We have seen that, okay? Yes, Jaslyn. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now inclusive method is, for example, I have a class 0 to 10, right? And the next class is like this. For example, 0 to 10. Then I have 11 to 20. Then the next class is 21 to 30. And like this, I'm having my classes. Is that okay? So
Yes,
if you find the classes like this, okay, so you have to write here 0 to 10, then next is 10 to 20. So please mention 2. So if the groups are like this, 0 to 10, then 10 to 20. So 10 is occurring 2 times. So in such cases, if the upper limit is actually excluded. So we don't count this 10 in the first class, right? Upper limit is excluded in every class. But if the distribution is like this, like the classes are formed like this, 0 to 10 and then 11 to 20. So here the upper limit is included. Is that clear? Is that okay? So this is the difference. So because in the next row you have 11 to 20. So that means you have to count the 10 here itself. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay. Now I give you one example. I think you understand what is exclusive and what is inclusive method. So that you will see, like if you see your classes like this, then that means you have to include the upper limit. And if you see your classes like this, then you have to exclude the upper limit. I think it's clear to all of you.
Yes.
Okay. Now I want to show you something. Mm, now try to understand this thing. Let me show you both ways. So I use the same table, but here I use the exclusive method, right? And here I use the inclusive method. All right. Okay. So for example, there's a table like these are wages in rupees, and then I have number of workers. So I'm not marking telemarks. I'm just writing directly just to make you, just to tell you the difference. And similarly, I'll write wages and then number of workers. Please note it down, all of you. So in the exclusive method, I'm making my classes like this, like 1,000 rupees to 1,100 rupees, right? Then next, obviously, 1,100 and then 1,200. Then from 1,200 to 1,300, right? Then 1,300 to 1,400 and 1,400 to 1,500, 1,500 to 1,600. Let's say this is these are the classes. So upper limit is not included here. Okay. And these are the number of workers: 125, then 150, 200 and 250 and 175 and 100. Is that okay? Right. Now, if I use the inclusive method, so how I'm going to form the classes? So the first class will be 1,000 to, now it will be 1099, right? And the 1,100 will be counted in the next class. Is that clear? So I'll
Yes,
put
ma'am.
one less number here. So just before 1,100, I get 1099. So up to 1099 will be counted here, and the 1,100 will be counted in the next class. So next will be 1199, right? Then you start from 1,200 and it will be 1,299, right? Then you start from 1,300, it will be 1,399. Then 1,400, so 1,499. And then 1,499 to, no, sorry, 1,500 to 1,599, and like this I'll make. Is that clear? Because I have to include this number here, right? And this is same: 125, 150, 200, 250, 175 and 100. Now try to understand one thing. Have you noted it down? Please note it down. See, if you add it now, what is the total number of workers? So you will get 1000 here, and here also the number you will get 1000. So the number of workers remain 1000, but the way of making classes is different here, right?
Yes.
Okay. So there are some points here, like frequency is same. Frequency is same. That means it does not matter either you formed either you use exclusive method or you use inclusive method, the frequency of workers will remain same. Is that okay? Is or will be same. Always you will get the same frequency. But now let us find out the class size, right? Class size. So first, in case of exclusive method, I just want to tell you what is the difference occurring here. So all of this is not going to come in exam like this, but you have to have an understanding of it, very clear understanding. So that is why I'm explaining it, right? Now in the exclusive method, if I want to calculate the class size, so that means upper limit minus lower limit. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So in exclusive method, you get upper limit minus lower limit. So I get, for example, I take this 1600 minus of 1500, so 1000. So my class size is 1000, right? Now, in case of inclusive method, if I want to see what is my class size, so again, upper limit minus lower limit, right? So now upper limit is this, for example, the last one I'm taking. So 1599 and minus 1500. So I'm getting what? I'm not getting 1000 here. Oh, sorry, it's not 1000, it is 100, right? Sorry. And here 1599 minus, so I get 99. So there's a problem here, right? This is a problem. See, when my frequency distribution is same, the class size should also be same, isn't it? Are you people listening to me?
Yes, ma'am.
See, there's a problem here. I have my data from 1000 to 1600, right? As you can see here. So it is okay. I'm arranging it in an interval of 100, 100, 100, 100, right? So total should be 1600 I should get. But here in one class, only 99 is coming, right? Not 100. So there's one number is missing, isn't it? There's no continuity here. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
One class should have 100, like the range of the class should be 100, but here the range of the class is coming out to be 99 only. So there's a problem, like one digit is missing, isn't it? Like one number is missing. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So there is a convention here. Like if you see in the question that you are given class size like this, now what will you do in that case? You will do it so by convention, right? So this by convention, it is a convention, like we take it like this, okay? So like in class 9th, you don't have to go in so many details. So this is a convention you can remember. So you will take it like this. How will you take it? Let me show you. The first class, sorry, stop. Sorry, my screen is just keep on scrolling down. Okay, so I'll tell you the difference. The first class which I took, that means 1000 to 1099, right? So you have to take it like this, that from the lower limit you subtract half, okay, and in the upper limit you add half. Half means 0.5. So you will take it like this, 999.5, right? So from the first you subtract half, please note it down. Subtract half, right, or 0.5, and in the upper limit you add half. Is that okay? So we 999.5 and we will add half, so 1099.5. So we take them like this. So we make adjustments, basically we have to make adjustments. See, this type of table will also come in the questions, so you have to understand how you have to take the distribution. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now if you calculate the class size, now you can check. Now check the class size. So that means 1099.5 and minus 999.5. Now what will you get? You can check here, 1099.5 and 999.5, right? So 5 and 5, 0. 9 and 9, 0. 9 minus 9, 0. 10 minus 9 is 1. Now your class size is 100. So you have obtained a correct class size now. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So basically, I mean, you have to count like this now. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So the table will transform like this. I mean, you can draw it again. The inclusive table will become like this, 999.5 to 1099.5, right? And the next one will become, now you subtract 0.5. So 1099.5 and minus 1199.5, right? And again you subtract, so 11995 and minus 12995, and like this it will keep on going, right? Now can you spot something? Now this number is same as this number.
Yes, ma'am.
So basically this table has now been transformed according to the exclusive method, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So transformed in exclusive form. Now do you understand? So again, you will use the same thing, that you will not count 1099.5 here. You will count it in the next row. Is this understood now?
Yes, ma'am.
So in the question, if you get something like this, for example, that means you have to take it like in your mind, you will take it 1000, you will take 999.5 and this 1099.5. Okay. So 1099.5 you will not include. Below than that you can include. Is that okay? So there will be a continuity here and the class size will also remain same. So at least this much we have understood, and in the next class we will start doing questions. Yeah, there's one more important thing, just one a little definition, class mark. Now what is class mark? Please write it down. Sometimes this term can occur in front of you. The mid value, that's it. The mid value of a class is called class mark, right? For example, you have a class 0 to 100. That means the mid value is 50, right? So how will you find it? Class mark is equal to lower limit and plus upper limit and divided by 2. Because in questions, it comes like this. There's a table, then part 1, part 2, part 3. You know, part 1, what is the range of this data? part 2, what is the class size of this data? Part 3, what is the class mark of this data? So these are little definitions which will come in the exam. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
Please just go through everything because there are very little things. Please revise it before coming in the next class.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Zainab, you please stay here. Jaslyn, you can leave.
Okay, bye, ma'am. Thank
Bye,
you.
bye. Zainab, can you hear me? Please unmute yourself, Zainab.